for shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent show here today. Hope my mic is good. Oh, hold on one second. Okay, my headset is medium high, so I'm somewhat good. Um, yeah. So, oh man, last night, um, Trudeau had so many people quitting in his cabinet, and the news in Canada and the Sky News and all my international news says that this is a result from Donald J. Trump talking about he's going to put some tariffs on Canada. Now, under the Biden administration, Canada has been, now, Canada has a socialist system when it comes to their Medicare. And because of the Medicare system, their economic system is what I guess you would say, socialist. Just like here in America, we got people that are like on food stamps and Medicaid and um, whatever government assistance. But Canada, apparently, according to Trump, has not been paying their fair share as far as, you know, their fair share as far as, hold on, man, what the hell? Retouch on, retouch off. Oh man, I don't know what the hell's going on with this phone. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Um, Canada, so Trump, he keeps talking about, tariffs, tariffs, Trump tariffs, Trump and his tariffs, and how not only is he going to deal with countries like, uh, Europe, countries in Europe, but I mean, we're talking about our immediate neighbors, that being Canada and that being Mexico. According to Trump, Mexico fell in line very quickly with Trump's demands, with the migrants remaining in Mexico and helping us on the Mexican side of the border on the on the Mexican side of the border, basically. Canada, we have some imports and exports. Now, mind you, when Biden came into office, Biden went on a damn rampage and tore up all of Trump's policies, especially those policies dealing with countries that are outside of the U.S. who Trump made deals with and said, okay, you know what, um, we want this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other, or we're going to put a tariff on you. So the tariff was the last line of the bargaining chip, meaning here's the bargain, and if you don't like the bargain, here's a tariff. It's just that simple. And Biden tore all that up. And so during the Biden last 4 years of administration, Canada got real comfortable, real comfortable. They got real comfortable, and they not only did they get comfortable, but other countries got comfortable. And so now Trump, who is about to be inaugurated on the 20th, has already said, okay, everybody, this is what's going to happen. He's telling Canada, Mexico, and all these other countries, France, letting them know, look, this is the deal. All the old tariffs are coming back, or the old deals are coming back. So whatever deals Biden tore up, Trump is putting back in place. And not only putting back in place, y'all know the deal. Either this is what we want, or we're going to put a tariff on you. It's just that simple. Give us what we want, or put a tariff on it. Meaning, okay, you charge us $100 per bottle of wine, we're going to charge you $100. Eye for an eye, tit for tat, whatever you want to call it, right? So, and this is all part of Trump's economical plan to get us back where we belong financially, make us the great power of the world. So, Canada is now in chaos because they have developed a whole system on dependency, on the dependency of Biden's tearing up the tariffs and, as Trump say, taking advantage of financially. And because now Trump is back in power, there's a thing I like to say. It's called the what's up, Kelly? What's going on, Kelly? Oh, let's see what she said. Good morning, Black Sun. Good to see you. Oh, it's good to see you too, Kelly. It's good to see you too. You're in Milwaukee, so you're like a border away from Canada. But yeah, I don't know how much you know about the international laws, Kelly, but or what's going on in Canada. But Canada's flipping out because of Trump, and because of these. Now Trump, the way he explains it, Kelly, let me know if I'm wrong. I mean, if anybody has a disagreement, Trump is saying, you charge us $1, we're going to charge you $1. You charge us $100, we're going to charge you $100. It's simple. It's simple. And Trump is going to do everything in his power to make sure that he gets America on track with our economy. All this bleeding out money to different countries and them not paying their fair share, according to Trump. This is what Trump said. I'm taking Trump's word for it because we had a better economy under Trump, and therefore, under Biden, I noticed a great decline in our economy. And it's because, again, Biden shredded up everything. He shredded up all of, I mean, I guess out of spite, I don't know what was going on with Biden, man. Biden shredded up all Trump's policies. So now Trump has to go back in there and reestablish all the policies. Reestablish all the policies. And yeah, Kelly, Trudeau, they're asking Trudeau to step down because Trudeau is willing to work with Trump, but Canada has built a whole system. Their whole country depends on us. And Trump is saying, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're putting the tariffs back in. So if you charge us $100 for a bottle of wine, we're going to charge you $100 for whatever we trade back with you. We're going to do an even trade. And it's simple. It's like common sense. It's like, why are we paying more or footing the bill as Americans to accommodate for Canada, to accommodate for France, to accommodate for Mexico, to accommodate for England or whatever country it is. You pick the country. Why should we as Americans? And that's what I don't understand how people live in America, right? People are born in America. Kelly, you're born in America. Mo's born in America. Rose born in America. I'm born in America. Like, why would you not want America first? Like, who hates the country they live in? Because apparently Canada don't hate the country they live in. I don't see people being unpatriotic, and especially if a country you live in, you want it to be at the tip-top economical peak. By it being at the economical peak, that means that we can all maneuver, and we can all maneuver in this economy because let me tell you, under Biden, and I mean, hell, the election showed it. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir, y'all. The two things was the border and the economy. The border affects the economy. So that was a top-notch issue, and it's weird. It is weird to me, Kelly. It is weird to me, audience, that the Democrats wanted to throw up baby removal and ignore the economy. You cannot ignore the economy. I don't care who you are. You cannot ignore the economy. And I guess people in Canada and Africa and Europe, I guess they expect us to ignore the economy. And I guess the Democrats are like, don't worry, they will ignore the economy because they've been taking advantage of us for so long. And they've been feeding us off of us until Trump came along. And that's why this whole anti-Trump thing, it goes beyond the U.S. This TDS goes beyond the U.S. And I'm learning, an audience, that Canada has a lot of TDS going on. There's a lot of Trump derangement syndrome going on. And again, they built their whole, it seems to me, if you got all these people dropping like flies in their positions, they're quitting left and right in Canada, that means they had a whole system that was dependent on the U.S. Because all Trump said is pay your fair share, and they're falling out. Trump said pay your fair share, and all those mofos in Canada are falling out. Like, that only tells me that you were 100% dependent on the U.S. We were EBTing, let me say it in the ghetto. We were EBTing Canada. We were giving welfare to Canada. That's all that tells me. In the most simplest terms, they built their whole system sucking us, sucking off of our system. We were giving them EBT, basically. We were giving a whole country of Canada EBT. And we're probably giving the country we definitely know we're giving Ukraine EBT. We're giving Ukraine EBT. We're giving them food stamps. We're giving goddamn Canada food stamps. We're giving Mexico food stamps. We're giving goddamn, what other countries? Africa food stamps. We got some countries in Africa that Biden went over there and giving them money. Like, we're giving out, we're doing Christmas to every goddamn country besides our goddamn selves. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, I was watching a show, yesterday with Prosperity and Roland, and they had a city council, and it was up in Chicago, and they were fighting. The residents were fighting to not have their property tax increased. And everybody that voted yay had a damn accent. I'm just gonna keep it real. The whole plan to get the rest, get their people in, and create this system of socialism, create the system of the Americans are going to pay for our stuff. America last. Because it's either two things going on. It's either America first, America last. And I feel like the people that have our best interests are America first. And if you are not America first, you are America last. Therefore, you are against me. You're against my family. You're against all my friends. You're against people in this chat. You're against Kelly. You're against Roland. All the people that I know, you are against. You are against everybody that I know. You're against my family, and so I have to deal with you accordingly. I have to deal with you as a foreign adversary. As a foreign adversary because it's either America first or America last. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I give a big middle finger to Canada. It's either us or them. It's either us or them. And we can be great without Canada. We can be great without any Canadian imports. Now, again, the tariffs, how they work, we will still have their products. It's just their products will be more expensive. However, the overall economy will benefit off the tariffs because we are providing a welfare system to these damn countries. And that's not fair to us. That's not fair. Politics is all about allocations of funds. Just like the city council last night on the smarter level, and this with Trump and Trudeau dealing on more a grand level. So whatever level, we're talking about allocation of funds and how we are saying we want the funds to go to Americans first. That's what we're saying. In every instant, whether it be local or whether it be now, let me give you an example. In Chicago, shout out to Prosperity. She said, look, that money that you're trying to send to the migrants, you cut that. You cut that. It's as simple. They're going to keep fighting until y'all cut it. You're not going to raise property taxes on us so you can goddamn let these migrants benefit off of our tax dollars. Like America first. It's simple. Same with goddamn Trump. When he puts tariffs on their products, he's either saying, look, you'll get a break as long as you are in America, providing American jobs, then you won't be taxed. But if you're overseas and you're providing labor to China and you're trying to sell us cars and all that, and oh, by the way, Trump wants to bring car factories here in America. You know, he's not with this, let's build a car factory in Mexico. He's not with that. No, Trump wants to see the car factory here in America, and so do I. America first. So, you know, to Canada, hey, make your country is, I mean, you know, and they talk about tariff wars. The tariff war is simply if our product goes over there in Canada, they're going to charge more. Their products over here, they're going to charge more. Okay, but again, we have American products, and again, if we charge $100 for our, they charge us, they want to charge us $100, we charge them $100. This is simple. It's simple. I don't understand what is the problem, but the problem is that they develop a welfare system, a system of dependency, and now they're hooping and hollering just like a welfare recipient. I don't want to offend nobody who's been on welfare or food stamps, but I'm saying when they cut off your welfare and food stamps, we tend to hoop and holler about it. Well, that's what Canada is doing. They're hooping and hollering about it because they have got comfortable in the last 4 years when Biden tore up the policies, the tariff policies. Like I said, Trump, it wasn't all tariffs. Like I said, the tariff is a bargaining chip, but then this is what Trump wants. Okay, look, you charge us $100, we charge you $100, or you can do this, we want this and that. You know, he will allow trade. He's a deal maker, but if things go south, then okay, you charge us $100, we charge you $100. Tariffs, that's it. And Trump points back to where, yeah, that could be very prosperous. It will be very prosperous for us as Americans. And what we have to now, what we have to do again, we can still buy the products in Japan and China and Saudi Arabia and Canada, but it will just cost us a little more. Do we have to have these products? No. A lot of these projects are by choice. A lot of these projects are luxury, you know, like your wines and shit. That's luxury. But I'm not trying to dictate what you should and shouldn't buy. What I'm just saying is that hell, if they charge us, we charge them. But no, I don't dictate what a person should and should not buy because, like me, like you know, like okay, I like PlayStations, right? Now Trump could put tariffs on Japan and Taiwan, and you know, because they got the chips, and they could charge more for PlayStations. Now, if I like the PlayStation, I will pay more for it. But it's either I like the PlayStation, but at the end of the day, in my age, I want to see Americans do well because I don't want to live in a society where everybody's struggling. Does that make sense? I don't want to see my people struggle. My people being Americans. Americans are my people. Okay, simple as that. If you're not them, if you don't consider Americans not your people, then you're not my people. Because I'm learning, man, even with this whole, man, I don't even want to get into the whole race thing, but if you consider yourself American, then you're my people. It's just that simple. Good morning, Black Sun. Do something different. Yeah, hey, what's up? Do something different, man. What's going on? Thanks for the likes, man. Yeah, I'm just here this morning, man, and I'm just, you know, tripping on Canada and how their whole attitude is like, you know, they're not willing to. How's my mic? Oh, because I keep getting these pop-ups. I hope it's not affecting my damn phone. How's my mic, y'all? I keep getting these pop-ups, man. I turn off the notification, but they keep turning themselves back on. So um, I hear you. Okay, thanks. It's not bug. It's not clicking, is it? Thanks. Do something different. Thanks, man. So yeah, man. I'm like this, man. Canada, you know, they need to readjust. They've gotten so comfortable that You mean to tell me you don't know how to adjust? You're just going to quit? You're just going to quit? So they're asking Trudeau to step down, and then all of his staffers then quit at one time. So what they don't understand is that those tariffs from Trump are still coming. The tariffs are still coming, and they still have to adjust. We as Americans are not budging because we have spoken. Trump has a mandate. He won in a landslide, so Canada can get mad all they want. Dump truck, yeah, 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 dump truck. So I don't, um, I don't see how Canada solves this problem on their end. I mean, getting mad at Trudeau, but you're still going to have Trump come in and put the tariffs on and say no. Whatever policies Biden let you slide with, it's over with. It's over with. So, like, why y'all getting mad at Trudeau? Why are you guys getting mad at Trudeau? Because Trudeau is willing to work with Trump? Is that what the problem is, Canada? Oh, Canada? Is that what the problem is? Because the problem is that y'all going to have to adjust accordingly. If y'all charge us $100, we're going to charge you $100. I mean, that's common sense. These tariffs are common sense, and I don't understand why. And I mean, the only thing that I can understand in my old age is that you got people trying to take advantage of other people. You got people living off other people. You got people, like I said, I've known people including myself, that's been on assistance. And then when they cut assistance, once upon a time, I used to be on assistance, y'all. But I say that to say this is that, yeah, you have to adjust. You have to adjust. You have to adjust. And I think Canada, like I said, with their socialized Medicare system, that has spilled over into uh, other parts of their economy, and then it's just grown like a cancer, and now they become so dependent on us. And I think because we have people like Biden, we have people like Kamala Harris, we have politicians like the Democrats that have been taking payola from different countries, and Trump is putting an end to that. And this is why they try so hard, y'all, to not get Trump elected. They tried so hard because uh, Trump is stopping the payola money train for the politicians us are paying. You know, we look at the Burisma situation with Hunter Biden. They were paying the Bidens. Biden was the big man. So Burisma and Ukraine, China, and some other countries, I'm sure, yeah, they were taking payolas, and now that money train has ended. And because it now has ended, you got people up in Canada. They were the first, there's an old saying, a hit dog a holler. A hit dog a holler, and Trump is not even in office. And so I say to Canada and the Canadians, um, adjust accordingly. Adjust accordingly because the Trump train is coming. The tariffs are coming. So getting mad at Trudeau and thinking that Trudeau is going to change Trump's mind, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming because Trudeau is not the issue. He's just a spokesperson. The issue is that the what our leader deems as not beneficial for America, that being America first. And so let's read some of these comments, y'all. Um, uh, Canadian officials resigning fast. Will Trudeau step down? Will Canada be the second 50 cent? Yo, let me ask you something, Chad. Let me ask you something because yeah, they're asking Trudeau to step down, but the tariffs are still coming in. They're freaking out because they think they can goddamn put the battery in Trudeau's back to damn stand up to Trump. Like, I don't understand where this mentality comes from. Like, do they think we're punks? Do they think we're chumps in Canada? I think they think we're chumps because and this is why having certain leadership is reflective of how people think. It's reflective of how people look at how they look at Americans, and this is why the election was so crucial. Because if Kamala Harris would have gotten elected, we would have looked very weak to the world. And how do I know this? Because Biden shredding up all those tariffs, we, we that was a weak move. All because of Biden wanting a payola oh shit, hold on. Yeah, Biden wanted a payola and he want, just, I mean, oh gosh, let me talk about the payolas, man. Every time I think about those payolas, I get mad because that to me is treasonous. That's treasonous, man. You're supposed to be there for the American people, but you there for yourself, your stuff in your pockets. But you know what? I'm not gonna cry about that because it seems like we as Americans, we're not gonna be the ones crying. They're gonna be the ones crying. And y'all got to understand that not only Biden administration, the Democrats, but the news media is paid off. The news media is paid off. So they're going to be hooping and hollering about these tariffs. And it's like these news medias allegedly are in the U.S. And if you're in the U.S., how can you not be America first? And that's why when Trump was campaigning, he said that Biden was like, oh, we got to do away with MAGA. MAGA means make America great again. It means make America great again. So that's there. Within making America great again is our economy, is our jobs, is our border, it's our way of living, our lifestyle. It's whatever that can better your situation as an American, that can make things great for you. That encompasses that. Low gas prices, low food prices. I mean, whatever you deem as great for us. So yeah, that's why I consider, but back to what you were saying, Chad, um, Newsom. Oh, what you said about Newsom? Newsom, $1 million house to pay, and that how they work. Yeah, yeah. These politicians, yeah, they got their little schemes and how they make their money, and a lot of that money is foreign money. They got schemes here in the U.S. Yeah, definitely, but a lot of them do a lot of traveling to Canada and Mexico, and a lot of them get some big old payolas, and a lot of those foreign people be saying, hey, can you do this for us? Can you do that for us? And that doing this and that for us doesn't always benefit the American people. And this is what Trump is saying, no, 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 no to. He's saying, no, 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 no. Trump is make America great again. How does this benefit America? And this is why we vote as a people to uh, better our economy, better our lives. And so Canada's trying to better their lives. They trying to. So the best way I could put this, you guys, and you guys already know this. Canada is going to do what's best for Canada. We're going to do what's best for us. Every country, Mexico, China, every country has their own country and people first, their interests first. And so all Trump was saying is why we can't do that. When we do that, then we're looked at as a certain way. We're looked at as bigots and racists, and we're looking at it as, I don't know, we're looking at it as fashion. Man, they call us all kind of names. And then we got our own media working against us. And we got one of our parties working against us, that being the Democrats, and our because they have gotten paid to do that. Okay. Okay, and I can understand the greed part. I can understand Canada wants to do what's best for Canada. So again, Chad, them firing Trudeau and asking him to step down don't make a difference. It don't make a difference because we're coming with our tariffs. We're coming with our tariffs and we want equal taxation. You charge us 100, we're gonna charge you 100. That's it. Ain't no more goddamn leeching off our system, man. No, man, the Canadians have gotten too comfortable. So asking Trudeau to step down is not going to make a difference. So they're making Trudeau a whipping boy. Chad, that's what they're doing. They're making Trudeau a whipping boy. Like, okay, but you're still gonna face the same fate. That's what I don't understand. Why are you whipping, beating up on Trudeau when the same thing's gonna happen? I guess they want Trudeau to step down so they can have somebody who's tougher to go against Trump. It's not going to happen. There ain't nobody in Canada as tough as Trump. Let me say that again. Let me say it slow. There is nobody in Canada who they can elect as tough as Trump. But hey, they're a sovereign nation. They can sure try. They can sure try. That's their right as a sovereign country to get somebody. I guess they said, you know what, Trudeau, you too soft. No, we need a tougher person to go up against Trump to negotiate. What are they going to negotiate? Trump's logic is simple. You charge us 10%, we charge you 20%. I don't know what, like, so using Trudeau as a whipping boy, telling him to step down is not going to change anything. But I guess they have a right to try, I guess. But I don't see them making Trudeau step down. I don't see how that. Maybe y'all can explain it to me. You know what? Y'all explain that to me. Maybe y'all see something. Maybe I don't see it. Maybe I got blinders on. I don't know. But how does telling Trudeau to step down, how does that change Trump's mind with the tariffs? How does that do that? Can y'all help me out? Help me out, please, man. Help me. Chad, help me out. Goddamn Alexandria, do some Yo, help me out, y'all. Help me out. Because I don't understand how asking Trudeau to step down and all these people resigning, like, how does that change what's coming? How? So as far as I know, Trudeau is just a whipping boy. He's a whipping boy. And why? And I just don't get it, y'all. But y'all help me out this morning, please. And I love y'all in the chat, man. Shout out to everybody. Let me give do let me give you do something different. Yeah, man. Y'all help me out this morning, man, because I'm having a hard time understanding them asking Trudeau to step down like they can get a tougher negotiator to stand up against Trump. Trump is see, that's the thing. Trump, before Biden was in office, already had whatever tariffs he had in place. All Trump is doing is going back to when he had those tariffs in place. Asking Trudeau to step down and getting somebody else to replace Trudeau is not going to change that. But again, y'all, please help me out. Please help me out, y'all. Y'all hit the like button, and help me out. Maybe y'all can bring more people to help me out because I'm having a very hard time understanding how asking Trudeau to step down is going to change Trump's mind. How did that stall the incoming tariffs from Trump's tariffs? No, man, Trump is going to be on the warpath. Trump is on a warpath to make our country great. So asking Trudeau to step down, okay. But again, I don't live in Canada. I'm assuming y'all don't live in Canada. So asking Trudeau to step down doesn't hurt us. It doesn't hurt us. You're just slowing down the process of the inevitable that's going to happen, and that's Trump's tariffs. Trump's tariffs are going to happen. But maybe they feel like they can get a better negotiator. Okay, good luck. Because Trump is coming with the tariffs. Trump's mind is made up. Like, Trump has been talking about this for 2 years. He's been talking about this for 2 years, and you can imagine when Trump, when Biden came in and shredded all Trump's policies, you can imagine how Trump felt. You know what I'm saying? And that was probably on Trump's mind for the whole 4 years. Like, damn, Biden messed up my damn policies, man. And we were energy independent. I mean, it's so many things that Trump put in place and was like, damn, why did Biden destroy that out of spite? Like, what the hell? It doesn't make sense to Trump. So, the 4 years he was waiting to get back in, and you think, damn, Trudeau, having him step down and getting another Canadian is going to change Trump's mind? It's not going to happen. Pico, what's going on, man? What's going on? So, I don't know, man. Let me read some of these comments, because, I mean, I need y'all help, brothers. I need y'all help. I'm in Northern California. Newsom needs to go. Yeah, I heard Newsom. You know what? It's funny that you talk about Newsom, because once upon a time I heard that if Kamala Harris didn't win the presidency, that she was going to. This is what I heard. I heard she was going to run for president, or no, no, governor of California. That's what I heard. I was like, ooh. I was like, ooh. So, yeah, I know Newsom is bad, and I'm not glorifying Newsom, but damn, Kamala Harris would even be worse. But, California, you guys uh, were purple in the last election. So, shout out to California. Yeah, I'm born and raised in California. So, I'm going to always have hope for my birth state. California's my birth state. So, I'm from Southern California, South Central LA. So, yeah, I'm always going to have some hope and gleam of hope for my state. And I don't like Gavin Newsom, but I damn sure don't like Kamala Harris. I damn sure don't like Kamala Harris. So, I pray for California, man. I pray for California. Let me read some more of these comments. I agree, it doesn't. And it won't. Alexandria said that he agrees. Yeah, Johnny, I'm just saying that, you know, this pressure to ask Trudeau to step down, I mean, I think Trudeau, when dealing with a bull like Trump, or Alpha Dog, whatever you want to call him, man, he's got his mind, he's got his sights zeroed in. Trump is zeroed in to be a Mount Rushmore president. That is his goal. His goal is to be a Mount Rushmore president, and that means, goddamn, Canada, Mexico, China, nobody stand in his way. And them telling Trudeau to step down, I don't know what those Canadians are thinking. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what those Canadians are thinking. We might be witnessing, we might end up annexing goddamn Canada. We might be annexing, and I hate to say this, y'all, but I'm gonna say it jokingly. This is a what you call a fallout prophecy. A Fallout prophecy is Fallout is a video game, and then within that video game, it talks about how America. One of the lores in the video game is how America annexed Canada because Canada was going through such a economical crisis, and what's happening. Trump joked about annexing Canada, but what's not a joke is that Canada is going through an economic crisis, and them telling Trudeau to step down is not going to. It's not going to stop the bleed out. It's not going to stop the bleed out, and I don't understand why Canada think they have the balls to stand up to Trump. Like Trump is going to goddamn bend or flinch. He's not. Man, y'all realize, man, Trump is like tried and tested. Like they tried to lock him up, they tried to assassinate him. Like Trump is hard. Like Trump is really hard, and you're not gonna be able to out. And then he's been doing deals and negotiations all his life, and he loves tariffs. He loves tariffs. He loves that. And getting rid of Trudeau is not going to help the situation, Canadians. So the Canadian people, man, they got the panties all up in the bunch because of these incoming tariffs. And I'm just like, I'm really having a hard time understanding that they can actually find a Canadian that will goddamn get up there toe to toe with Trump and change Trump's minds about y'all tax us $100, we tax you $100. It's fair. And that's what Trump's logic is. You're not going to change Trump's mind because when I listen to Trump and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. If they charge us $100 for their wine, then yeah, we need to charge $100 on our exports going to Canada. It's that's fair. That's fair. But because Canada has a socialist medical system that I'm aware of. I mean, like, I don't live in Canada, but I do. I mean, they brag up and down about how um, they got free Medicare and all that, but they don't talk about how their doctors all skip out of Canada. A lot of them come here and make money. The doctors and dentists from Canada come here to make money because they feel like, hell, I went and learned dentistry and I learned surgery and I learned all these things and I should get paid for it. Apparently, that damn socialist system, uh, these doctors and these dentists feel like they're not getting paid what they're worth or they wouldn't be coming here. So now a person might argue and say, well, all their doctors don't leave Canada. Okay, fair enough, but you know what I'm trying to convey here is that Canada apparently has a system that is dependent on America. They were very happy when Biden got in office and he shredded up all those tariffs that goddamn Trump put on the damn country. And Trump is just reinstating those same tariffs. He remembers the deal. It wasn't that long ago. It was 4 years ago, and Trump is saying, I'm gonna put that back in place. Y'all know what time it is. I'm back. Put those damn tariffs in place. These are the deals. If you want to negotiate, then we can negotiate. But the tariffs are going back up, and the negotiation is you charge us $100, we charge you $100. I don't understand how is that unfair to Canada. But maybe somebody can school me because I don't see how if you charge me $100, I charge you $100. We do a fair trade. How is that unfair? How is that unfair? But again, Trudeau talked to Trump. They talked. And Trump said, look, these tariffs are going back up, and now they mad at Trudeau. Asking Trudeau is not the right way. Asking Trudeau to step down because the tariffs are coming. And so whoever they get in there to replace Trudeau, if Trudeau decides he's going to step down today, oh, I'm going to step down at 3 o'clock today, it's not going to make a difference. That's why I'm just like, okay, you're asking Trudeau to step down because you want Trudeau to step down because it doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I cut the camera on because, my audience, you guys are smart. And sometimes I be missing stuff and you guys can explain it to me in a fair, rational way that I can be like, okay, well, and consider it. But in this case, I'm not seeing the other side. Usually, I can see the other side's argument, and I can rationalize and kind of, you know, be fair. I can, look, y'all. I know I'm America first. I support Trump, but let me tell you, I know everybody considers themselves fair, but I really consider myself like like, what I will do is put both sides. And sometimes I will argue a side I don't necessarily agree with. Like, on Miss Rowland's show, she had Black Lives Mattering, arguing the whole, and I didn't want to do the show because I saw both sides. I saw the side of the guy, the Marine who choked out the guy on the train, and I understood the families. I understood both sides. I understood both sides, and I understood, and I came to the table. Uh, do something different. You were there, and me and Roland, we didn't necessarily agree on the process. Like I said this. The guy that okay, so the Marine, y'all know the story up in New York. And I'm still not taking sides. That's why I didn't really want to do that particular show. Like I said, I'm gonna have to with Miss Rowland. I'm gonna have to pick and choose the topics because I don't want to be disagreeing with her. I rather deal with topics where I'm agreeing and I like to add to, but I don't like to stump the show like that because I'm a type of person that if a coroner says that the chokehold based on our reports shows that okay, the chokehold didn't kill him, and what usually happens because again, I'm going based on my life experience. Like there's something I never told y'all. I've been on the stand before, and I've been on a jury pool before. You know what I'm saying? I've been on both sides. So when I learned about coroners and autopsy reports, they usually have a person who does the work, and then they will have two other coroners go behind their work and check off on the same thing. Now, these people are trained to look at bruises, they're trained to look at blood clots, they're trained. So if you're not certified in this thing, then I'm not going to take the word of somebody who's not certified and saying, "Oh, well, he died of a chokehold." Well, we have a system in place. Until we can find a better system, the system in place says, you know what? We have coroners that will look at a body and determine the cause of death, and we certify these people. And so Miss Rowland was trying to make me see her point, and she was like, "Well, but it looks like," and she was going based on a belief. I understand the belief, and the people, Black Lives Matter was going on a belief, and everybody's an emotional. But again, the system in place shows that the coroner has a system. They write it down, and then another coroner comes behind, and they verify and they certify that work. Okay, the cause of death was this. Determining based on the toxicology, okay, he had drugs in the system. We did not find any such and such marks causing the cause of death. So I say that to say this. I can look at both sides and give rational arguments based on science. I like to say science sometimes, and when I say science, I'm just saying like people who are certified in certain things. Again, everybody's not certified. Like everybody is a critic, but nobody. Let me rewind because I don't want this to come out the wrong way. Everybody's a critic, but everybody is not certified and licensed. Let me say that again. Everybody's a critic, but not everybody is certified and licensed. Let me say that one more time. Everybody is a critic, but everybody is not licensed and certified. So, me being a truck driver, I tend to have more respect for people who are certified and licensed in their field. Let me say that one more time. As a truck driver, as a licensed CDL truck driver, I tend, and I was surprised at Miss Rowland because Miss Rowland is a teacher and she is certified and licensed in her field. So I was a little, but again, and she was looking at both sides. I was looking at both sides, but again, I mean, a lot of emotions were high. You got to understand that, the family of this guy who got killed, they were in. It was a lot. It was a lot. That's why I said I'm very picky and choosy about my topics because some things you can see both sides, and I can kind of see if there's a no-win situation. To me, that whole situation in New York with the Marine and the guy who got killed, it's a no-win situation because both sides are telling their truth. Even Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter had people legitly that were lamenting and grieving over this man being losing his life. And again, I'm not taking a side. Both sides are right. That's why I don't like to get into certain topics. So I'm gonna be more responsible and be more assertive. If I'm not feeling a topic and I just won't take it, shout out to Miss Lynn, but I'm not gonna take every topic. No, but there's certain like the Chicago thing, I'm all on board with that. But the whole certain topic she picks that I'm just like, if I'm not feeling, I'm just let her know I'm not gonna, I don't want to speak on that. And so that way there's no conflict because again, if I'm seeing both sides at 100% and saying, man, both sides are right. I feel like both sides are right and both sides are have a right to lament. And again, however, the courts decided that the man, the cause of death was not a chokehold. And you had certified. Now, even though they put the guy on the stand and he kind of tripped up his words, at the end of the day, the jury was like, yeah, because they got certain instructions. And yeah, but we're looking at the documentation. They had two other corners certify that, yeah, the man did die from a chokehold. So, so again, so I do respect the fields of all professions that were, and that's why I tell my sons and I'll tell these younger people, man, get a licensed, certified field because, yeah, people tend to respect that more. I know I respect it. I know I respect it greatly, Like, let me give you an example. Just real quick example. Like, I drive truck, right? There are, and I don't mean to be come down. Yeah, I'm gonna just come down on it because it is what it is. Here in Georgia, I tend to look at a lot of truck drivers. I've seen men drivers, women drivers, people of all different ethnic backgrounds. And let me tell you, here in Georgia, there are a lot of Ethiopians and Somalians who flip over the trucks. Now, here in America, when I got my CDL, I was taught that these trucks are top heavy. So we don't just make a quick right turn or left turn because when you're loaded and you're top heavy, you make a sharp turn, you're going to flip over. Now, I don't know if the Somalians and Ethiopians and the foreigners that come over here, if they just do a license transfer, but apparently these Ethiopians and these Somalians that constantly flip over trucks, somebody did not instruct them that when you are top heavy, you do not make a sudden turn or else you will flip over the truck. You will flip over the truck every time because it's a sharp turn and these mofos, these Ethiopians and Somalians, I'm assuming in their country, they must just have straightaways. They must not have a lot of turns because when you make a turn when you're heavy, you're going to flip over. And before you can get your CDL, they teach you this. They teach you when you're top heavy, do not make sharp turns, slow down so you don't flip over. So you don't flip over. And so, as a truck driver, I tend to respect the field again of corners. If they say, you know what, yeah, I did this work, and these two other certified corners went behind my work, and they jotted down the same thing, and it all lines up. I respect that. And that's like, my thing is that if you don't like that system, then come up with a better system. Does that make sense? It's just like, growing up, and being on YouTube, and I've been around, the Black Power people. They always talk about, oh, revolution and, oh, down with America. And I'm like, down with America and replace it with what? Because most black people that I've come across have a theocratic mentality. Most of them like really believe that We should live by the Bible. These are just people I came in contact with, and I'm like, so you want to replace the Constitution, and you want to replace the system that we live in that allows you free speech and right to bear arms and capitalism and all that, and you want to replace it with what again? I mean, if you want to live under a theocracy, there's a country for that called Saudi Arabia, Iran, United Arab Emirates, Qatar. You got Bahrain. There are theocratic countries, but a lot of times these people don't want to move to theocratic countries. Like, oh, we should live by the Bible, and I'm like, well, okay, but the Bible and the Quran are that much different. They're the same family lineage, but no, they don't want to live in those kind of countries because they like the freedoms, they like the enjoyments, they like the freedoms, and so people are just talking at that point. So when people talk about, oh my gosh, the system's not working, okay, well, what system do you have that's better? The system we have now is the people that work on autopsies and coroners, they are trained and certified in that field, and they determine the cause of death. Do you have a better system? If you don't like that system, what system do you have better to replace it? If you don't have no system to replace it, then you're just talking at the end of the day. And I notice a lot of Americans, now I am American first, but I will call out the childishness of Americans when they be like, oh my gosh, they act like they little kids. They act like little Bobby who be kicking his mom, talking about, I want the fucking G.I. Joe, mommy. Give me the fucking G.I. Joe. I fucking hate you. They act like little Bobby. A lot of Americans who are like little kids, a lot of them are like Black Lives Matter. A lot of black people act like little kids, man. These revolutionaries act like little kids because they can never come up with a system that's better. Offer like, if you're going to do away with a system, offer a system that's better. And then you can tell they didn't go to school because, when you talk about the forefathers of, you know, Jefferson and Washington and, the convicted felons, uh, John Adams, those convicted felons, the forefathers, they were offering a better system. And they came up with the Constitution, the Magna Carta, and all that stuff. So I say that to say this. We can't be so quick to talk about down with American system until we come up with a better system. And as far as of right now, the coroner, their system of signing off and then have another coroner sign off and another coroner sign off, and then they taking that documentation of work saying the cause of death was not a chokehold, is the system that we go by until we come up with a better system. And as of right now, I don't see anybody offering a better system. And so, just like Trudeau, the system of Trump coming in and America saying America first, we don't want to be overtaxed 100% to y'all. If 100% comes to us, whatever taxation y'all tax, we gonna put the tax back on y'all. Asking Trudeau to step down is not gonna change that. And these goddamn Canadians acting like children, hooping and hollering, it's not gonna change that. America has spoken, and I'm guessing y'all, the Canadians, I mean, it's just showing that a lot of Canadians up there in the Canadian government have a lot of TDS going on. Let me read some of the comments, y'all. Let me read some of the comments. Y'all y'all lighten up the comments. Woo, woo. Okay, Tina said, why is every Democrat against us putting tariffs on goods from other? Because, I'm going to tell you, Tina, because a lot of them are getting paid to look the other way. That's why. And that's what Trump said too. And I was like, but that's the only conclusion we can come up with. Like, why would you, unless you're getting paid, oh, sorry about that, y'all. Unless you're getting paid, why would you want to not put tariffs on these countries? Oh, it's because these countries are paying you. So yeah, that's a good question, Tina. That's a good question. Thank you for that one. And let's see. Oh, Fox, man, Fox is in the house. What's going on? Okay. Chad says, thank God the witness spoke out. Reason charges were dropped. Yeah. Again, but I mean, uh, yeah. I'm glad that we got videotapes, but yeah, that was a good show. Y'all check it out. But again, I'm gonna be very choosy with my topics because again, both sides I see, but everything played out the way it did because of the evidence that was presented, the reports that was presented, and you know, I don't, I don't, I don't want to be up here criticizing either side. I mean, both sides took their case to court, um, and it played out in the courts the way it was supposed to. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Like I said, every fight is not a good fight, and I'm gonna have to, every fight is not a good fight, and that was not a good look. So I'm not gonna accept every title, man, because what might be now. I love my girl Roland, but every fight that she fight may not be my fight. So that really wasn't my fight. So I wasn't really on my best p's and q's. So yeah, that wasn't really because again, I saw 100% both sides, and both sides were legit in their cause. And when it gets to that point, you just gotta let the shit play out in court. And you know, I see both sides, and so yeah, I don't. Uh, let's just say that's not my fight, because again, I see both sides. Both sides were very passionate, and it played out. The courts played out, and it is what it is. And because at the end of the day, I would be like, let it play out in the courts because I see both sides. And so sad. Now we have a system in place called the courtrooms, and let the courtroom decide. And so that's it. That's it. But a lot of people on the other side was not happy with the decision, and they're hooping and hollering, "Oh, there's no justice, no," And I'm like, no, there is justice. It's just that it didn't go the way you like. But I'm not again. I'm not gonna criticize the other time because I see their point. I see the other point, and it's funny because even Miss Rowland was arguing their point. She was disagreeing with them, but they were mad because of the decision that was made based on the coroner's original report. Said the cause of death was not a chokehold, and I was just like, oh my god, this is chaotic, this is messy. Like when but I'm not. This is not certain topics I can deal with, like when I talk about Russia and Ukraine, I know the ins and outs of that. Notice how I don't really talk about Israel and Gaza because on October 17th, remember, now people might argue about the Gaza occupation, this and that, and Israel been doing this for years and that, but on October 17th, Hamas gave Benjamin Netanyahu reason to retaliate. There, I'm gonna leave it at that. And people, oh, well, Blackson, you pro-Israel, you Zionist. No, what I'm saying is that Benjamin Netanyahu was in the right. He was within his right to defend himself. So, what we can't determine what's excessive because we don't know who in that party got killed, and if that, we don't know who got killed in that. If a person gets killed, like family members get killed, you don't know the level of revenge. And so, yeah, that whole situation is revenge, and I don't dictate another person's revenge. Now, some of y'all say, oh, well, revenge ain't right, this and that. Well, Israel was attacked on October 17th. This is their retaliation. And I can't tell this man how to defend his people. Benjamin Netanyahu is defending how he sees fit, and it will play out accordingly. And I don't really get into that. I don't get into it. However, I do get into uh, the situation with Ukraine because Ukraine, I looked at the Constitution, I looked at how Putin was provoked, and how that all transpired, and how, yeah, and that's why I asked y'all. I did another show on how y'all feel about, Putin, and how y'all feel about Zelensky and all that. But again, at the end of the day, I don't think we should be funding Ukraine. If you're gonna start a war, then you should be able to back up your war. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? If you start a war with somebody, you should be able to back your own shit. And Ukraine is not backing their own shit. They're begging us for damn money. They're begging us for supplies. That's not. I mean, no. I mean, people are going to argue and say, well, that's how, France, they funded us. King Louis the 16th helped fund us, but look what happened to King Louis. King Louis in France, they helped America, but look what happened to King Louis the 16th. That broke goddamn France, and those people rose up and they killed goddamn King Louis and Antoinette, and I mean, we thank them for their help as Americans, but look how they affected them. So I'm not saying that's going to happen to us, but what I'm saying is that we got to take care of America first, and this is what part of what the tariffs do. And the Canadians have gotten comfortable in the last 4 years, and because they got so comfortable in the last 4 years, they are falling off like flies, and they're asking Trudeau to step down. And I'm like, I don't understand why you ask. Like, again, I think that's just a whole whipping boy technique. You're getting frustrated on the incoming terrorists that you know you can't change, but you're going to take it out on Trudeau. And I'm not a Trudeau fan. I'm not a fan of Trudeau. I'm not a fanboy of Trudeau. I'm not, I don't, but what's fair is fair, y'all. If Trudeau can't stop it, then no Canadian Prime Minister can't stop it. Hell, Trudeau can't stop it, and neither. I mean, hell, the Mexican president can stop it. Nobody can stop the damn Trump train because America has a lot of goods. Hell, now Russia is buying American oil now. I believe, I believe this whole BRICS thing is going to come to a halt. I think damn Saudi Arabia and Russia are going to come into line with whatever Trump is willing and dealing. I think Iran's going to become broke again. Man. So, yeah, let me read some more of these comments, man. Don't worry, y'all. I'm in the quarry. I'm in the quarry, so don't worry. I can read comments. Gotta go, guys. All right, man. Thanks, Alexandria. Tina, good morning. Why is every Democrat I read that already. Let's see. Thank God with this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Chad says, I don't understand. Oh, it wasn't because he was black, though. Everything's race to BLM. Yeah. I know. Black Lives Matter, man. Everything is race. But what Miss Rowland did was show a guy that had the same situation as the Marine, and he was a black guy who stabbed another black guy, and he got off. And I'm glad that she did that. But again, that was a good show. It's just a show that I shouldn't have been on because again, I had conflicting uh, opinions about it, and it just didn't. It caused the show to be very clunky. And I don't think that a show like that. I think certain shows, Miss Lynn should rock out on her own. That's all. You know, that show she can get her message across because I was seeing both sides, and I think she was getting frustrated because she was telling a certain narrative, but it was me telling it, and it's just like, yeah, that's I don't want to do that. Um, how come professional and amateur MMA fighters don't die from chokes? Um, again, again, the toxicology report said it was not a cause of death, so I don't even entertain it. Like, I don't even entertain it because I don't think that was the cause of death. that's why I didn't want to entertain it. That's why I said I didn't want to. That's why me being on that show was not a good idea, because I don't think the guy died from a chokehold. And Miss Lynn was, she was, and so yeah, when there's a lot of confusion like that, I don't want to, I don't want, uh, I don't want my stance to be confused with, because I'm very stern on what I'm standing on. If there's something that I stand on 100%, then I'll come speak on it. But if I'm reserved when I see both sides, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna stand back, because yeah, I don't want no confusion. I want people to know where I stand on certain things. And as far as that, I'm neutral. I'm neutral, and I have no problems with the way it played out in the courts. So, you know, I that's why I don't really, and people are very confused about if it was a chokehold. Did the chokehold kill him? Did it not kill him? I'm not confused on that. I'm not confused on that. The coroner said it was not the cause of death, and Miss Lynn has some reservations on that. She was confused on that, so I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to deal with the confusion. I'm sure, and I know she was trying to make me see her point. I see the point that she's making, that Black Lives Matter made, but again, that's why I respect the coroner, because they are certified and licensed in that field. Black Lives Matter's not. So I just, but again, I didn't want to deal with that, because it was too complex. Those ninjas ain't gonna do jack squat. Sounds like a metaphor for big-headed politicians. I've seen videos with trucks turning over, crazy stuff. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's like, for some reason, you have these drivers who don't understand that trucks are top heavy. Do you see how high we sit? We sit pretty high, so all the weight when you turn, it's top heavy. So the speed and momentum, like, we're taught all that. When we get our CDL, we're taught all that. I don't know what they do in these other countries. I don't know what they do in Somalia. I don't know what they do in Ethiopia, but they're coming over here and they're flipping over trucks. So Tom Homan, I hope you get some of these damn Ethiopians and Somalians up out of here, because they're causing the insurance rates in my state to go up, and they're making me as a truck driver look bad. I always have people coming in my chat. Oh, are you wearing your seatbelt? Are you doing this? And it's like, man, shut up, shut up, shut up. Trust me, man. It's. Oh God, never mind. I'm venting. I'm just venting, y'all. But what I'm saying is that, yeah, these Ethiopians and Somalians, it be every time it be Ethiopians, Somalians flipping over trucks, because they don't, they're not understanding. Apparently, they don't understand, or they wouldn't be flipping over the trucks. That when you make a sharp turn at a certain speed and you're loaded, you're gonna flip over. And this is why I get paid the big bucks, because I don't flip over trucks. I've never flipped over a truck, because I respect the weight and I respect the speed, because the heavier you are, the slower that I drive. I put my J brake on. People think that trucks are slow. Trucks are not slow. Trucks are some of the fastest vehicles out here. Did y'all know that? I don't know if y'all know that. We have the biggest engines, therefore we have the most horsepower. We have the most torque. So trucks, if y'all ever seen when trucks on the highway, they be flying, it's because they be empty and they doing the straightaway, so they could just open up and vroom. But a lot of times we don't do that because we're heavy. That's why the trucks, we travel slow out of safety, so that we're not flipping over, and it takes us a long time to slow down too, because we're doing with air brakes. So yeah, but no, trucks are very fast. Like, I seen a truck race a Corvette, and the truck smoked the Corvette. And of course, yeah, because the truck engine is bigger. I've seen a Peterbilt, I've seen a Mack, I've seen a damn Kenworth, I've seen trucks smoke Corvettes. So think about that, y'all. In fact, there's videos on YouTube of they have a truck and they have a Corvette, and the truck smokes it, because we be around trucks and we always see trucks, because Good truckers like myself, we drive slow. When we're loaded, we drive slow because we need time to slow down and we don't want to take sharp turns and flip over. Shake, shake, flip over. We don't want to flip over. It's easy. And for some reason, these Ethiopians and Somalians are not getting the memo. I'm assuming in their country because I think when they come over here they just get a license transfer. I don't think they're training them that when you're heavy and you make a sharp turn that you will flip over. So yeah, and it's always Ethiopians and Somalians that are flipping their truck over. Always. So yeah, I hope they get their asses deported up out of Georgia. So it is what it is. Make America great again. Um, I'm a giant man child with ADHD and okay syndrome. Okay, that's Fox, man. Fox, what up, Fox? Because been too comfortable, Fox. Indeed, the system that America decides something Elfin Trump has lost, it would America speaking. Okay, okay. Chad said Democrats try to push races, then to find out train had people of color. Yeah, the Trump train definitely had people of color, and man, that helped hold his legs down was a black man. Okay, okay. Jew haters are always complaining, saying that he's a real name, blah blah blah. Okay, everybody is whining syndrome. Yeah, prosperity. Oh, hey, prosperity. Hey, prosperity. How did that go? Prosperity's in the house. Prosperity. Oh, I hope she's still here. Mac is in the house. Prosperity, how did it go? Did you guys win that? Because I was, oh my God, I was looking, I need to go back and look at that again. Y'all subscribe to Prosperity's channel. See, this is the type of stuff that I like. Now, Prosperity, when it comes to Prosperity and Miss Lynn, I like that fight. That I can get on board with because the other side don't make sense. Taxing and married, that doesn't make sense. So that's why I pick and choose my fight. That fight, I fight. I like Chicago. I'm 100% down with prosperity because it don't make sense that you taxing people, homeowners, and you accommodating these illegal aliens. Like, no, redo that. Allocate those funds correctly. You're not allocating those funds correctly, and prosperity is down there, and the city council saying, get that shit right. Get that shit right. You there, prosperity? We got it done for property taxes. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, prosperity. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes. See, that's the fight I can get with. So, like I said, I like the fights that I'm sure about. Like 100%, I'm down, and 100% prosperity is right. Like, take those funds, do not put it on the homeowners. Like, take that shit away from the illegals. Take that shit away from the illegals because first of all, the illegals are causing the insurance rates to go up because I know because them mofos can't drive. I'm noticing a lot of these illegal aliens cannot drive. The Haitians can't drive. The goddamn Somalians can't drive. Ethiopians can't drive. A lot of y'all can't drive. So deportation, shit. Deportation is simple, man. I don't want to try to teach these mofos how to drive, and they no. Get your ass back in your country. Make your country great. Hell. So yeah, man, I'm glad the prosperity. So prosperity, are they gonna try again to be sneaky, or are they done? I'm gonna go watch it, prosperity. I'm gonna go watch that. Y'all make sure if y'all want to see a fighter, prosperity be fighting. Shout out to prosperity, man. And then people up in Chicago, man, because they're getting it done. And prosperity ain't having it. She's a homeowner. Her and her husband, they are not having that. Like, take the money, and she said it. Take the money away from the illegals. And you can't, and man, prosperity, don't get me started. Don't get me started. Y'all go subscribe to Prosperity before I shut the show down. Shout out Prosperity. In fact, I'm about to go watch it now. I'm glad they won that victory. I have a feeling, though, Johnson, sneaky ass, is going to come back and try some other shit. because he don't get it. Until y'all get rid of Johnson prosperity, he's gonna keep doing that fuckery. But you know that already. You know that. You know that. But y'all ready to fight him. You guys are ready to fight this fool until it. So y'all might be fighting that man for the next whenever his term is up. But I know you good for the fight, sis. I know y'all good for the fight. But it's like y'all shouldn't have to keep going down there over and over again with this man. Just get rid of that man. But I know it's easier said than done, but damn, I don't want to keep seeing y'all going there again. Oh, I got another tax proposal, but it's going to go on property tax. It's like, what part of property tax don't you understand? Take it out of the illegals. But the man, he persisted. So y'all going to have to get rid of him, prosperity. Y'all got to get rid of that man. That man has got to go. That's one thing me and Miss Lynn could definitely 100% agree. That man has got to go. See, when I'm focused on something, I'm focused on it. I'm 100% in on that. Like, Johnson has got to go. Like, yo, he's got to go. He's got to go. Because he's going to keep, he's going to keep trying y'all man, yeah, he's got to go. And he's going to keep trying y'all until y'all get him up out of there. He's going to keep trying y'all. And I hate to see you, prosperity, keep going through that stress with this fucking imbecile. But he's an imbecile. I mean, just look at his haircut. He's got a fucking mohawk. He's an idiot. He told people refer his wife as the first lady. Ain't no mayor wife, no first lady. So this is the idiocy that prosperity has to deal with. She has to deal with an imbecile. And so, yeah, you got to get rid of that imbecile. Or else y'all gonna keep fighting that man until his last day in office. And I know y'all down for the fight, but what I'm saying, prosperity, is y'all don't deserve that headache. Prosperity, you do not deserve that headache. Get rid of his ass. Get Johnson up out of there. Y'all got to y'all got to pull in and just do one big fight because y'all gonna keep that man gonna keep coming back. He gonna keep trying y'all. He gonna keep trying y'all. He is not going to budge off of not taxing the illegals. In fact, his dumb ass might even try to stop Tom Homan. I don't know what this idiot. I don't know what this imbecile is capable of. But he is not getting the message, and y'all gonna have to just get him up out of there. Y'all gonna have to get him up out of there. It's coming, Black Sun. Okay, because yeah, he's really. I'm tired of seeing him. Prosperity. I am tired of seeing that man. That man is like, no, I'm tired of seeing him. But because somehow, well, you know what, prosperity. I know y'all got rid of Lower Lightfoot, and but somehow everybody in Chicago was not on point. You've been on point since day one, sis. But apparently, some of the people in Chicago was like, let's replace Lori Lightfoot, who's a Democrat, with another Democrat. And that's why I was telling Miss Lynn. Like, I was telling Miss Lynn from Prosperity that the super mayor, she's a Democrat. And they want to replace her with another Democrat. I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm just like, what? You see these gray hairs, right? These gray hairs come from what the fuck? Most of that comes from what the fuck? This comes from seeing people raise hell, not saying that you do this, prosperity. See people raise hell and get a Democratic mayor up out of office and replace him with another Democrat. I just like, and this is how I get the gray hair. This is what robbed me of my youth, prosperity. Seeing black people raise hell, replace a damn Democrat and put another Democrat in there. I'm just like, what? And this is why I've been robbed. Yeah, this is why, I've been grayed out. Because I've been like, why would y'all do that? Why would y'all replace a Democrat with another Democrat? Johnson makes Lori Lightfoot look like a genius. She makes Johnson makes Lori Lightfoot look like Albert Einstein. Like they're taking this super mayor, this ghetto chick, they saying, oh, she ghetto, this and that. And I'm like, and Miss Lynn, no, I don't, Miss Lynn be talking about her looking like Little Wayne. Miss Lynn, I'm not down with calling, I don't like, I'm a man, so I can't be calling black women. I can't be doing that to black women. You a woman, so you can get away with calling other black women funny names. I can't do that. I'm a man, so I don't do that to black women. But I say that to say this. The super mayor, she is ghetto. Now, I will say that. As a man, I will say if a woman is ghetto, she's ghetto. But a lot of these black women are ghetto. Like, y'all know Fannie Willis is straight ghetto. This is a lie. This is a lie. Like, yeah, I will call out your ghetto behavior. I'm not gonna say that she looks like Little Wayne. I think the Super Mary is a very beautiful woman. I think Miss Fannie Willis is a beautiful woman. But when they're ghetto, they're ghetto. That has nothing to do with their looks. That just that's their personality. They're ghetto. Oh my God, I'm sorry, my phone is acting up. When you take, oh my God, I'm sorry, my phone is acting up. When you take, what I was saying is that when you take a Democrat and replace him with another Democrat, all that second Democrat is going to do is look at the mistakes the first Democrat made and not make those mistakes so they can steal more money. Like, why people don't understand that? Why people don't understand that? Oh, shit, we got an accident. Shit. Okay, I'm going to have to go straight and get on there. Okay, so I'm going to have to, yeah. Okay, y'all, there's an accident on the on ramp. Like, who does that? Shit. Okay, so I'm going to have to go straight. Make me a little bit longer, but now I'm going to have to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to not get on this. I'm gonna have to go the other way now. Damn. Accident, y'all. Accidents. Probably a damn Ethiopian or a damn Somalian. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all what Somalians do. It's Ethiopians and Somalians. I'm gonna show you what they do in Georgia. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Let me show you the nonsense that we have to deal with these migrants. Let me show y'all. I don't know if y'all can see, but yep. Look at yep. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all the type of idiocy. Like, who the hell? Like, how? How? People not yielding to each other. That's how. People not yielding. Driving is not only an art, but it's a courtesy. This is why I get paid the way I do, because I am a courteous driver. I do not advise driving truck if you're not a courteous driver. You have to be courteous and you have to be patient, because people out here are not patient and they're not. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to cut the show. My phone's acting up. All right. Let me give a shout out to Prosperity. Shout out to Foxtail. Shout out to Do Something Different. Shout out to Alexandria. Shout out to everybody. If I missed your name, man, shout out to you. Um, I'll see y'all later, man. Peace out.